Welcome to adilas. This is a tutorial on how to create a pay stub. And what you would do is from the main switchboard homepage, you would come under System Liabilities and come down to the Payroll homepage. Once you're on the Payroll homepage, you would scroll down to where it says Calculate New Payroll, and you're able to choose your tax year if you're real close to switching over to a new tax year and you happen to be wanting to do a check for somebody for the last part of last year. You can change that back, or you can, and then you would select your employee that you wish to pay. You would set in whatever pay periods that you wish, and if your commissions are tied into that, you would set your commission dates in there as well and put in your pay date, and then you would hit calculate. This person happens to be set up where they are getting paid by the hour. You can see their hourly and their hourly rate, and they also have been clocking in and out, so they have their total hours that are coming in of 8.6, and if I scroll down a little bit, it's populated this 8.6 hours in here and then calculated what their regular hour earnings are based on their rate of $17.50. Here's their overtime rate, and of course that person had no overtime. You can also put in if you have sick pay or vacation pay and holiday pay. Those can be fed in from the time clock as well if they're clocked in and out as those different types. You also have different commission areas that can be fed in from the invoicing system. You can add extra bonuses for games or tips or draws. And once you have all that completed, you're going to have your gross pay down here at the bottom. If you do make a change up here at the top, you can click this little box here and it'll recalculate your totals up here at the top. Then all of your federal withholdings and things that are set to pull out of this person didn't earn enough to have federal or state withheld. If they did, we would have values in these boxes. They did, although, have enough earnings for Social Security and Medicare, so those were calculated. Here then is their net pay, and then you have their other liabilities from the employer side, which is the Social Security and Medicare and the FUTA and the SUTA, which comes through. The final employer value of liability is shown down here, and then you have a field below here where you can actually put in some notes if you wish, and then you go down and simply create the pay stub. Once you've created the pay stub, if you find that these values are wrong, that there's a mistake here, or you forgot to add something, don't hit your back button, but rather click on Edit Paycheck, and it'll take you back to the paycheck where you can actually go back and edit this paycheck again. So once you've updated the paycheck, if you needed to make an update, you would have a link here that says create expense receipt, and then that will take you to where you can actually create an expense receipt for this person. And now this is the check side. So then if I come down and I say I choose a bank and I put in a check number into that bank field, and then I would select my type down here, which these are going to be employee wages net, and then I would select the location that that employee works at, and I would create my receipt. Once I have the receipt created, I have two links. This is to view the pay stub, and this is to view the pay expense receipt. Both are tied together. So if I click on the expense receipt, which is going to allow me to come down here and click on print check, where I can bring up the check, I can print the check on the printer for the person, and then if I go back, so I have the check printed out for that person. Additionally, I also have the pay stub up here for that person. So if I click on pay stub, and now I'm able to print out this pay stub for this person so that they can know what their year-to-date earnings are and what their current period earnings are. Now, once again, this has been a tutorial on how to create a pay stub for an employee, and I went from the main switchboard homepage under System Liabilities to the Payroll homepage, and then I scrolled down to where it says Calculate New Payroll, and I chose that person that needed to be paid, and then I went through the calculate and on through the entire process. So once again, thank you for choosing adilas.